Rough Times 14284, page 3 by line 2 should read, Miniprod forecast increased chocolate ration April 1984 from 20 to 25 grams per week.
Including ex-London permits and travel passes, and that by use of... Furthermore,
April the 4th, 1984,
in my position as chief factory planner,
I think.
I stole military plans and at vast financial profit sold them to the Eurasian leadership.
To the past,
I was
or to the future,
an attempt to subvert,
to an age when thought is free,
and so I became Pope.
from the age of Big Brother, from the age of the thought police,
Under his direction, I assassinated a number of
from a dead man.
organizing full-service
Greetings.
Hi, I'm Nat, and today I want to talk about Bill C-11. So this past Thursday, it actually got passed, and it got passed by 52 to 16 with one senator abstaining. But what does this actually mean? I mean, it is called the Online Streaming Act, but what and how does it regulate things? Now that this bill is in place, the CRTC, or Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, which is a government entity, has the ability to tell streaming services and regular media what content and what content not to promote. It is technically designed to promote Canadian content, but given that it is a government entity, well, it protects government interests. And of course, a lot of people have pointed out that this is a great way to censor dissident opinion, dissident voices, and your opposition. And given that it's the Liberals passing it, well, they have a history of trying to do that. And even though this bill has passed, they haven't really said how much powers the CRTC would get. And this is a quote. The bill would give the CRTC new powers, but exactly how or even if the CRTC would use them cannot be determined through an analysis of the bill alone. This is what they say in the Senate's website. Aspects of this bill may have a sweeping effect on broadcasting in Canada or a modest effect depending on future CRTC decisions. And while people like the Heritage Minister Pablo Rodriguez keep saying that this bill would not really impact small content creators or people that post online, just regular pictures, not even content creators, well, the provisions to control that are still left in the bill because he argued that it would create loopholes otherwise. So what does this mean? Does this mean that you'll get more of your Canadian friends showing up on your social media? Because it's technically designed to promote Canadian content, but it is Canadian content that the government approves of. So essentially everything you see, hear, and read will be completely now controlled by the CRTC, again, which is a government entity. And while people that are really in favor of this bill might be happy about this and think that it will help promote Canadian content and push those and force social media companies to promote that content, well, first there's an unintended consequence that if they're promoting more Canadian content that maybe people aren't really interested in, that actually deboosts that content because the less people are interested that have been shown it, well, the more YouTube or any other social media platform says, well, people aren't really interested in this thing, so we'll not promote it as much. So in that way, it's actually going to hurt a lot of Canadian content creators. But secondly, and something I don't think anyone that is in favor of this bill has really sat down to think about, is what will happen once the Liberals leave, given their waning popularity, and say a Conservative government comes in, or a People's Party of Canada comes in. They've left all of these authoritarian laws now in place to be completely either reversed or to use them in their favor. What happens when a Conservative government that wants to defund the CBC can now tell YouTube or any other social media platform not to show those posts? Have they really thought about that? What happens then when there is a potential major war with China looming that will mostly be waged online and a Conservative government has complete power over what to promote to its citizens? It would give them unlimited power to completely nationalize and patriotize a willing populace looking for direction. And while right now people like Rachel Thomas may be saying that news and cultural content will be at the mercy of government oversight and approvals, and that this is a terrifying thought in a long-standing, robust, and proud democracy like Canada, while the death of creativity and the filling of quotas, be them racial or ideological, might be at the forefront of the Liberal Party right now and to shut down dissent and political opposition, well, what happens when they're no longer in power and all of those supporting this are now hating it because content that is completely nationalistic and patriotic starts coming up and they start banning their side and they start banning the CBC and other mainstream news? I don't think they're really even considering that. And again, any government that wants to control what and how and where people see things is not a government that we should really support, be them conservative or liberal. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.